Good evening, everyone. We want to welcome you all to another episode of the Black Market Podcast presented by Hack the Markets. I am one of your co hosts, AC, also known as the Market Oracle.
What's going on, everybody? Right here in the dream in this thing, man. Let's get it going.
Yes, sir. So, it's a lot of interesting news going on out here. I know you got some stuff that you probably want to share too. It's a lot of
These
stuff out
jokers,
here going on.
they just trying to revive the market and do it. They just trying to find ways to revive it. That's
Hey, I'm
all.
telling you. But I will tell you this. You remember I said that it was in that channel. And that's the reason why I was calling pullback a few weeks ago. Lo and behold, we get the pullback. Now
Right.
I'm calling, we're about to start seeing a bottom set, and then we're going to start, kind of catching ourselves and going to the top now. A lot of people are trying to short it now. I closed my shorts. I'm looking at the long side now. So,
Oh yeah. I agree. I agree completely with you. I mean, especially if you're looking at, companies that are literally at their lows and they're real value companies. You're not gonna be able to, you looking at maybe $4 or $5 off from the low. I mean, this is about discount you're gonna get.
let me ask you this. What about them interest rates? I think it could drive them a little bit lower. Some of these things. Now, I'm not saying like the overall market, but some of these tech stocks, I think they can go ahead and take a few more, a few more dollars to the downside. And it depends on which one you're looking at,
Mhm.
in my opinion.
I definitely see that, and I think that's pretty much the only thing that's actually even holding us back from being able to take off like we need to is the rate hikes.
Hmm.
But being that that's something that we're looking to have for the next 3 or so years, they're gonna have to figure out a new way around it. They're not gonna the market's gonna have to figure out a new way. It can't just continue to get tore up by that.
No, it's not going to get torn up. The thing is, it's going to devalue. Once it get devalues enough, then it'll start, Because the thing is, it's like a I guess you would say is like a discount model. So since the
Right.
discount is, it's it's discounted extremely. You know what I'm saying? Like once you get to a certain point, it's like yeah, we know interest rates are up, but it's discounted below what the actual interest rate would have discounted it to. So we have to buy it now.
ACU things because also because we had such big movement and there was such a big boom in the tech industry earlier, it rose it to some prices that maybe
That
not have
too. That definitely is a thing because 2021 that was a crazy move to the upside. A lot
yeah
of people don't talk about that, but 2021 was just a straight move to the upside. It never turned around or anything.
yeah.
Like nothing. It just went straight up.
That is true, man. That's why I wish I would have held them stocks that I had, man.
Yeah. But
Hey, get what? Long behold, as we always say, look where we at now.
yeah,
Lifetime of a century. Once again, what you gonna do this time?
Right.
exactly. And so of course, once we hit 2022, things just start going down. We've been in a bear market. Like we haven't seen upticks really in 2022. Now we've seen a couple stock, like individual stock, but talking overall market, we've seen that bear market move to the downside. But if you look at it, people are saying like people are trying to say that this was like a grueling bear market. This is not a grueling bear market. This is barely a bear market. It's only been a bear market for what 3 months maybe. So
Right.
that's not a grueling bear market, and the thing hasn't pulled back that much. So I guess it depends on who is talking about it, but to me, this is like a drop in the bucket when you start talking about like pullbacks.
Yeah. People comparing it to a recession. I mean, it was definitely a bigger movement to the downside then comparatively to now.
Yeah, they gotta look at that percentage
Yeah.
value. They looking at them dollar numbers.
Hmm.
Hey, but sure, look, no is know what else time to talk about old Elon
Hey,
Hey.
he pushing it again.
pushing
Twitter.
P. He pushing P.
Oh, he just wanted to get a new job. He just had to get his income right, make sure it was a decent payment, decent contract.
this what he did it all for. Just for
Yeah,
the
bro.
Twitter. For
He
Twitter. He
did it
did it
all for
all for
Twitter.
Twitter.
Sign
I
didn't want
don't,
to get on the board, so I'm just gonna buy it.
Yeah, that was the
I don't
reason why he
know.
didn't want to get on the board. If he got on the board, it would have handcuffed him from being able to
Right,
buy it.
right.
So he said, "No, I don't want to be on the board. I'd just rather buy it."
Look at that. Did it on the board on Monday, made that tweet, bring the price up, buy it, close to the end of the week.
Bro, this
Like this.
man really just out there, just a savage, man. Like they scared to turn down money like that because of what they had.
How much
And
did
the
you buy it?
thing is, I mean, the thing is trading at like right at $47. It closed at like 46, like right at 46. But after hours, this thing jumped up about $1 or something. So it's back at almost close to 47 right now. And I mean, it's looked like it was like 45 something or something like that, like 45.70 or something. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but pretty much it turned around and yeah, it ticked down a majority of the day today after that huge breakout we saw in the pre-market, but it's not because of I think it was doing that because of just gapping up so hard. I think they wanted to allow more people to get in.
I was about to say, we know it's just really just bubbling up now because since he made that offer, now a lot of other CEOs of companies now thinking like, dang, now other people are considering to give offers as well.
Yeah,
And Twitter just looking like, the most valued company because all of these other companies are so interested in buying them.
exactly. So now, and I mean like what was it 54.20? I mean like of course we know that Elon loves 420. We know he loves his 420 references. So that was
Right.
the lowest price, I believe, unless he wanted to go 64.20. But that's probably like the lowest price he could get to where it is kind of actually now, but still be a little bit above premium. So
Mm.
54.20 is the price that he's throwing out
on that note, I'm just thinking
a
like,
share.
did this man even really plan on wanting to get this himself, or he just trying to get other people to want to get it and make somebody else buy it?
He said that he's trying to get it and take it private.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Because he said that's how it really needs to be run. But he also says that if they don't accept his offer, he will think about dropping his investment in the company because it's not going to be a good investment anymore. Because he's the largest stakeholder in the company right now. He owns almost 10%. It's like 9.2% or something like that.
right.
Yeah, he pretty much putting it to him.
Yeah.
What it sound like with that. But they say also, that leads into this because the amount of money that he talking about spending,
I think it's what 48 billion.
like he not gonna just pull that liquid cash.
I mean, nah. I mean, hey, he
He,
probably got some assets here. Yeah, it's not gonna be liquid cash like you said though.
yeah, he's
It's
not
not gonna
pulling that
happen,
liquid
but
cash.
he's still got the capital to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I definitely see him. I know he ain't gonna do it like that, but he got the capital. I see him taking the asset route just because of the fact. I'm sure this guy still got loads of crypto and stuff sitting around. And what's really interesting is, back then, a little while back, I talked a lot about some fintech companies and how, this is what we're looking at in the future. And here recently, I found out that there are now fintech companies that are allowing you to pretty much take out a loan and have your crypto or NFTs back it.
Mm,
Wow.
okay.
And you're able to even keep these assets and basically still making money off of them while they're backing whatever type of loan that you're getting for your business.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to use that as a staking process almost, but put NFTs as collateral. That's crazy.
So they're doing okay. So now they're actually allowing you to do that with crypto now because I know that's something that people do with real estate and
Right,
stock portfolios already. That's
Right.
something
right.
people been doing for years that a lot of people don't even understand or even know about. Like credit scores and things of that stuff doesn't even matter. Like if you got stock portfolios and you got real estate portfolios and you got things like that, credit
Yeah.
scores don't matter. We don't even care about credit scores. I'm not coming in here
You-
filling out nothing. You're not asking me for a FICO score. You're not asking me about no debt to income ratio. You're not asking me about
Right.
any of this stuff. You're looking at what I have and you're saying, okay, boom, you can borrow this amount of money. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. It may sound like that's crazy, but that's just because you ain't ever been through the process. But that's it.
Hey, even to the point to where I mean, you talking about the assets, but with houses and people who have had houses before this housing boom, you can even take out loans on your equity that you already have in your house.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You
saying.
know,
People been
Yeah.
doing
some
this because they got portfolios all day, whether it's real estate or whether it's stock and bonds and all that stuff. Like they've been doing this stuff. Like that's how you get your stuff funded. You don't go and beg a bank and say, "Oh, I got a 700 credit score and I got no credit card debt and all this stuff." Yeah, okay, yeah, you barking up the wrong tree, man. You not finna get the money that you really need. Like you not getting business loans off of your personal credit score.
Right.
You not getting all these multi-million dollar big deals off your personal credit score.
nah, not no millions, not no billions. Nah.
And you see what I'm saying? And people out here really thinking like, oh yeah. Now I'm not saying you just go out here and mess your credit up either. Cause that's gonna mess your personal life up.
Nah, yeah, you
But at the
definitely.
same time, like if you do the right thing, your personal life won't even have to be affected by a credit score anymore. And I mean, you're gonna have a perfect credit score if you have all these other things anyway. Because I mean, unless you just screwed off and not paying anybody, you got money but you don't pay anybody. Like that's something else too.
You basically all those assets. Your credit score is up from those assets
Yeah,
already. But it's interesting with the fintech allowing or opening up this crypto and NFT world. Because just the other week I was like, man, I don't know what's going on. As soon as I
hmm
said that, they started talking that good stuff again. They talking about how they trying to implement it in a lot of different ways.
yeah,
But I feel like just that
Mhm.
just that fintech movement of them being able to let people being able to leverage their assets, crypto wise and NFT wise, that's a catalyst for that world and
yeah.
blockchain.
You right.
That's a catalyst, and we were really waiting on that. Right now the time's so crazy. Yeah, we got inflation. Yeah, people supposedly got a lot of money, but they got this crypto too. So they're gonna have to figure out some new people gonna be figuring out some ways because everybody ain't got it sweet right now.
Exactly. And I'm still trying to understand like why people don't want to work.
That's not the now. The thing is, you gotta have some be an influencer, have some type of entrepreneur. Like that's
So you
not
have
me.
to be an influencer or an entrepreneur now, or else you're not in. So
That's not
now
how.
they're trying to make okay. Well, I guess it's just gonna be a lot of broke people out here then, man.
Yeah,
I
Because
mean,
there's
there's
a
a way.
lot of people that want to be this stuff, but they don't have the drive to do it.
Right.
Like
right.
who? If you go down the street and ask anybody if they want to be rich, who is gonna say no? Who is gonna say no? I don't know not one person in their right mind that's gonna say no. I don't want to be rich. But what is that person going to do to get rich? Are you going to sacrifice the nonsense and really put forth an effort to do what needs to be done when it needs to be done in a timely fashion? All this stuff, like, are you going to be dedicated to the cause or are you just saying it because it sounds good?
Right.
And it's a dream and a hope. But that's all it is a dream and a hope because you don't do anything to accomplish it.
Right.
That's sad. Cause get what the government they happy all these business open because they just gonna default them and they gonna be their business. Y'all open up all these little things y'all want to. When we get ready to come get our check back from y'all, be ready.
Yeah, we want all the money.
Just like
And
they
it's
doing
messed
with
up, man. But that's really how they play the game out here. And people just really so lost because they so woke. They so woke that I don't know what they doing. They need to go back to sleep for a little bit, man, because you've been woke too long that now you delusional.
look,
You know,
man.
if you don't go to sleep, you start hallucinating and start seeing things, right? So I think these I think these woke folks need to take a break.
You know how that
Go
was the
take you a
thing.
little nap, man. It's okay.
You know that's the thing when you graduate college, you got to get a job and run the rat race, and I think people just became tired of that as a corporate thing.
But it's old people doing that too. Like everybody's
Yeah,
leaving, old people and new people. And I mean, I don't have anything against it because I'll take these jobs that's out here. Hey, if I need it, I'll take it. I mean, shoot, why not? I get some extra income while I'm making money off the markets. Why not? Like that's
right.
what I'm saying. Somebody may think that's crazy, but that's how you get rich.
Exactly. You gotta have multiple streams of
You see what I'm
income.
saying? You sitting there
Yeah,
talking
there's no
about,
way.
oh no, I just want to do this because I'm only gonna be okay, and I'm gonna be sitting over here racking up, and
That's how
next thing you know, I'm
you end
up
up
and you
running
not.
the rat.
And that's all because I took what needed to be done. I worked really hard. I did what I needed to do. I didn't go out here and splurge just because I made more. Cause that's another thing that people do. They get the debt to income, so their income is right here, and their debt is right here, and then they'll move the income up, but then they move this up too, the expenses, and then they'll move the income up, and then they move the expenses up with it, and it's like keep it down here so you can have some money, man.
Hey, jokers ain't had no money, so they don't know that.
Exactly. They like, oh man, because I make more, that mean I can spend more.
Hey, jokers ain't conditioned
That's
like
how
that,
they
man.
look at it. It's like, oh, okay, I went from making 2,500 a month to now I make 3,500 a month. That mean I got an extra $1,000 to spend. And that's
Hey,
what they gonna do is spend that extra $1,000 somewhere instead of having that extra $1,000. I mean, you've been living off this, so why can't you save that extra $1,000?
right.
You know what
It's
I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't
it's
make sense.
time for folks to get there, man. You know that ain't taught. You know that's one thing that's not taught really.
Yeah,
You know that's really something that's kind of unspoken, and people have to figure out on their own.
yeah.
You know, you have to get out there and realize, like, hey, I'm gonna get tired. I'm gonna stop blowing this money every time I get it, cause after
I
I
don't have
blow
nothing
this,
to show for it.
get some
I
more
can't
money.
go get a burger from McDonald's. I can't get a 4 for 4 from Wendy's. Golly.
Crazy, man. Hey, that's crazy. But see that, like you said though, man,
But guess
that's when
what though? I got that Louis.
yeah, because that's a real asset. Hey,
I'm
hey,
telling you.
but that's serious though, man. That's a really hot topic of people being entrepreneurs and having a job because like people like Shane, jobs so bad they're
Mhm.
not even looking at the big picture of income. That's what
I'm
it's
out here
all.
looking for a part-time job and I don't even need one.
Just to keep it right, keep the
You
growing
know
the
what
gap.
I'm saying?
Wrong. It gonna
Yeah.
keep coming.
I'm talking about like I get a text message the other day. I'm like, dang, this sounds like an interesting thing. I should text them back. I didn't, but I should. And when I get off this call, I just might just to be like, hey man, what's over that part time? I know ain't nobody hit you up yet.
But
Don't nobody
see,
want to work.
they begging jokers to come into work.
You know what I'm saying? Hey man, I'm right here. I'm right here.
Absolutely, but
I'll make
and
everybody money.
it's another side you gotta be aware, like, is the time that you using, is it equivalent to what you're getting paid or what you can make for yourself? You have to think about that too, because if you put in 8 hours a day and you can make more than that by yourself, by doing less work than what you're doing, less manual labor than what you're doing, then hey, that's when you got to think about, hey, job ain't for you at that point.
Yeah. And for sure, like when you're operating like your job, like you are sustainable. You're not out here talking about, oh, I'm still working on my business plan and all this stuff. And you an entrepreneur, but you are actually moving. Like you actually got some things going. If you got products, you got your products actually being made and sold. Like you're getting it out. You're fulfilling orders. If you got a service, you have people actually using your service. If you got that stuff and you're managing it correctly and you're making enough to where you can live to the life that you want to live, and if you got employees, you can pay them and all that stuff. Hey, That's what you work for right there. That's the perfect plan. That's what you want. I'm not and then what you can do is start another business if you wanted to. Unless this is just your baby and you just don't want to do anything else, that's perfectly fine too. I mean, but hey, just as long as you're making enough. But these people out here just talking about, man, I'm gonna just be an entrepreneur, got no game plan, no vision, no anything. And they're out here talking about they're about to be the next superstar. How?
What's the
Wow.
plan? How are you gonna get there?
How?
That's what I. That's what.
I'm not saying you can't get it, but how?
Yeah, just tell us how.
That's real. You gotta have a plan. That's with anything.
Exactly.
Even with
Working, job included.
life,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's
with
like, I
going out.
mean, yeah,
Sometimes.
you never knocking anybody's vision or anything like that, but how? Please tell me how. You can't be out here just making up stuff and thinking that it's just gonna fall into your lap. This isn't Disney.
Yeah, and don't be like, don't feel so certain way that you can't accept help from someone who's already done what
Exactly.
you're doing. Like you literally trying to do something. Why not go to someone who already successful at what you're doing?
Make
Pride.
it easier on you.
People
Right.
got pride and ego, man. You can't fight that pride and ego, man.
Man.
Man, you know what people do for pride and ego?
Man, that's crazy. Hey, people do a lot for that, but hey, sad to say, but people commit suicide.
Yeah,
off of that.
they'll do a lot for pride and ego instead of go over here and ask you, hey man, how you do that?
Just to
Exactly.
say
Instead
that
of
they didn't.
asking that one simple question,
Yeah.
they'll go out here and struggle for
They
5 years and then find out that they can't get it done because they are still stuck on this one little thing and then they out here stressed out.
Mhm.
Limiting themselves because they not open to other things. You
Exactly.
can't you can't even imagine, like you want to start a business. You can't even imagine anything different if you don't take in anything different.
You can't.
You can't even imagine it.
Mm-mm.
It just don't work like that.
It
You won't
don't.
even know where you going.
You
Like
don't
if
know.
you
You
never knew
don't
what a
know.
Ferrari looked like, how can you imagine that one even exists?
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Like nobody even brought it to your eyes or anything, no attention or anything. It's here, but nobody ever told you about it. Like how you know it exists? There's a lot of stuff out here that a lot of people don't know exists.
Yeah.
So many things out here that people don't know exist.
Mhm.
Just like how we were talking about, you don't even need to have a 5 credit score to get all this money. You just have to have good financial setup. You got a good financial setup, man. Nobody care about your man. You have a 300 credit score. You ain't never paid nobody back.
At
Look,
that point, but your habits would indicate anything.
Exactly.
yeah, you said that mouthful right there, man. 4K, you talking about standards now, man.
Yeah,
But
your
don't
habits will show
Hmm. They really do, and
because you
that's
ain't building no large nest egg out here splurging and buying everything that you can't afford.
it doesn't work.
right. And like you were saying earlier, AC, all it take is, if as long as you moving forward or getting that one, having a positive, profitable day, whether it be from this thing or that thing, as
Yeah,
long as you move forward each day, those little wins gonna end up to a big success. But
yeah,
The AC, the same to your point. People don't want to work, but people also have moved their timeline or time scale for how long it takes to reach a certain
mm,
level.
yeah,
Everything's got to be right now, quick. I need to see my returns going versus even learning how to trade takes time. And
it
then you got
does.
to figure out
Yeah,
how to
you're
be
not gonna
profitable.
learn this in a week. You're not gonna learn this in a month. You're not gonna learn this in 6 months. You
To
really
grow.
have to get down into it. And I mean, if you don't have a guide, if you're not using a service like us or someone similar, it's gonna take you a very long time. And
Yeah.
because I'm a witness, like I didn't have anybody teaching me anything. I had to go out here and learn it. But I've been doing it for so many years now, to the point where now I had to go through all that stuff. It took me a little bit longer, yes, it did. But
Mhm.
now I know what to do, what not to do, and all this stuff because I've done all the bad stuff. I've done all that dumb stuff that you ain't supposed to do. I bought all the dumb stuff and pulled all these indicators that's supposed to happen and work, and I did this and I've tried this and I've tried that and I've tried this strategy and I did everything that you could probably imagine out here.
right.
But see, you're still learning, even how talking how we were talking about Bollinger Bands or those types of different strategies. Like
Mm-hmm.
those are still growing things in addition to what's already been, you know,
Exactly.
mastered and improvement.
Exactly.
And you not doing those things for no reason. That's the best thing about anything that you do is if you feel like failure, if you take failure and you let it overtake you, you're never gonna go anywhere.
Mm-mm.
But if you take failure and then look and see what lesson you can get out of it, then you spin into a positive way, you're gonna continue moving forward. You're gonna be able to overcome those obstacles and those little wins, they gonna add up.
Right.
And
Exactly.
you now at the point pretty much, hey, you reading this stuff out the like back of your hand.
Yeah.
But so that
Exactly.
to the same point, multiple good habits, multiple bad habits can add up to a huge catastrophe.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Just like you talk about people spending money they don't have, they gonna keep spending money they don't have until they come to a point to where something happened, and now they got to change how they got to change their habits.
Oh,
When
and it's
that
gonna
credit card's
force
not
them to change their habits because they ain't gonna have no other choice.
right.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's the point you don't want to get to when you don't have any
Your
options.
back against the wall now, and it's brick.
Right.
That ain't no fun. I've been there before, but
Hey, it's not.
it ain't no fun. So just to the viewers out there, man, the best just how I feel, if you feel like you happy with your standards, okay, but you know, it's never nothing wrong with take picking up something extra, just
Yep.
taking something in different,
Never
taking it
just
different
settle for anything.
experiences is gonna open up, unlock new potentials.
Yeah. Can't
Cause
settle for just anything. That right there messes you up.
nah, no can do. So hey, I like that pullback today though, man. I just know this.
I'm
I know my
telling you.
family's gonna be rich forever off of this pullback.
Man, what? I'm telling you. Hey, cause I got some plays. Y'all want to talk about plays since we right here now? I got
Hey,
two of them
Yeah.
that I got on my list.
Okay, what you got?
So number one is gonna be Microsoft. So I like Microsoft. They're at a level, key little level right now.
Mhm.
Um, I don't. I feel like they have upward bias, but at the same time, with it being tech, I'm being cautious on this one. But I do feel like we have an upward bias on this one. We're sitting on like a support line, and we've been kind of like playing around with that support line for a little bit now. So I'm looking at that and thinking that that would be, a pretty nice thing that we can get into. And then the other is Netflix. Netflix is a definite short. I saw it break through the trend line, and yeah, I'm going short. Yeah, I'm not even playing with this one.
right.
I
Okay,
saw it
okay,
break through a
okay.
trend line and tried to get back above it. It got rejected. Swatted that thing like the Kembe Mutombo, man. So this thing is going down.
Man, I was about to say, I would think, I'm trying to relate these rates to, the companies that's going to be impacted the most. And, y'all say what
In
y'all
a
say,
good
but
way or in a bad way?
would you agree or disagree? The companies that's pretty much in debt with the government are probably going to get hit by this the most.
You saying in a good way or in a bad way? Which one?
They're gonna get hit like with the rate increase.
In a bad
Companies
way.
that are in debt with the government
Oh, okay,
are
yeah. That's why I was so you saying in a bad way. Okay.
Yeah.
So
in a bad way. So it's a lot of companies that got bailed out during the pandemic. I ain't yelling no names for it, but we need to keep an eye out on some of them. But my two picks I got is Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? I'm liking the travel picking back up.
yeah.
This is your number one thing. It's the first of its kind, peer to peer. And also Riot, which is a blockchain company.
Yeah.
It's pretty much it's been tanked all the way out, and they're pretty much just waiting on anything with crypto or blockchain to bring it back up. And it's like what $12, $17 or something like this. It's I can think it's high as probably a few hundreds or something. So those my two picks right there.
I'm gonna still rock with. I was looking at Hilton and HLT and seeing some options on them. This is gonna be interesting. I want to see, depending on how these interest rates spike. I think it. I mean, I'm not thinking. I think that's definitely gonna increase these hotel prices, and people are gonna maybe even go the Airbnb route. But it depends. And then I want to stay with Starbucks. This is, I've noticed everybody has a problem with these rate hikes. Nobody's not going to get coffee. That is the one thing that everybody has been consistent about. They've been rolling out new things. I'm
Didn't
just like, let me,
Starbucks increase their price too, or something like that?
yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
so yeah,
That's
Starbucks,
what,
man,
like,
they killing these
nobody's been.
guys.
I'm like, y'all are complaining about not having any money, but yet that's the one thing you can avoid on a daily basis.
Hey,
You say that,
$7 for a coffee.
you tell somebody that, they are up in arms. What? I can't live without my Starbucks. I said, oh,
Hey, I'm telling you,
crazy.
I
Keep
know
living
a
with.
couple people like that, man. There's some crazy stuff going on out here. It's got like crack in that coke in that coffee or something. Man.
So
Coca
like,
in the coffee, it gotta be.
people budget for Starbucks. Like that told me everything right there.
Man, they get whole credit cards for it, man. I'm telling you. So they can get rewards so they can go back to Starbucks, man. Like Starbucks has its own ecosystem. It's like Apple.
I was just about to say it the same way with Apple, but that was
Mm-hmm.
okay. Got it hooked on phonics.
Man. I'm looking at Starbucks though, and that thing is tanking out. So
Yeah, yeah. I
I would
want to
definitely
get
probably be
back to
trying to
this.
jump in
This
on
is,
that pretty soon. I'll wait for it to move down a little bit more and then I'll be jumping in.
that's what I'm trying to wait for it to get to this. Like, want to see it go to that $60 mark. That's a long way, but I want to get it at a discount.
No, I'm with you. I think we'll hit about at least 70. At
Yeah,
least 70.
I would say 60 might be a little steep. 70 is for sure gonna happen.
Yeah, I feel like 70 is gonna get hit. 60 is not bad. I see why you're saying 60 for sure. And shoot, I don't see why I can't gun it down there. To be honest.
Yeah, it's a little. I don't know. I thought it was a little aggressive for how far. I felt like people were gonna start seeing it and saying, "Oh, well, I gotta see the same things we're saying
Yeah,
and jump to it." So,
Mhm.
we shall see. It's either gonna be 70 or 60. We know that's the area.
yeah,
We know that's the area. That's the buy
I'm
area.
marked up.
So you see it for 70, between 60 and $70, you better go in and scoop it. If not, you missed out.
You might mess up.
Well, y'all got anything else y'all want to share?
Gave them something that they'll make some money on. So
Okay.
Gave them something that can get their life right.
There we go. Hey, so we just want to encourage you guys to head over to hackthemarketstrade.com so that you can find out of even more stocks that y'all can be probably make some life-changing trades on. Head over there. You can set yourself up a free account or you can set up the premium account. Premium account gives you a whole bunch more access to us, a whole bunch more information, a whole bunch more education, material, things of that nature. You get in with the premium chat, whole bunch of good ideas and topics go floating around in there. Definitely go ahead and follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, like the Facebook page, and for sure subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like a couple of our videos, or really all the videos. Go ahead and comment up under a few, and you know that helps the algorithm out. I don't think I missed anything right there. So anything else we need to add before we get off the show?
Hey man, have a good Friday.
Yes, sir. Hopefully y'all don't get swept up in this sell off. It might be a sell off Friday, so definitely keep a watch
we
out
gonna
for
be
that.
we gonna be
right.
open tomorrow. Good Friday.
Not to, I was about to say they can't do it on Good Friday.
Oh yeah, they'll sell that thing off on Good Friday.
Ooh, that could get nasty.
Oh yeah. Hey,
We
it'll
gonna
be a
see what's
good
going
Friday
on.
for real for the short sellers.
Hey, you ain't
It
lying.
could be. Hey, but we don't know. It could be blast off time and the Bulls come in. So I don't know. Hey, which Chicago are we gonna get? We gonna get the Bulls or the Bears, man? We in football or basketball?
We gonna find out. Yes,
Until
sir.
then, though, we'll see you guys on Monday. Hopefully, you guys have made some money by then. And